On a November morning, Donald Trump was walking through the bustling streets of New York, in the heart of Manhattan. Wearing a long blue-black coat and a red tie, Trump walked thoughtfully, somewhat ignoring the surrounding noise. New York had always inspired him. Among the towering buildings, this city, where millions of people lived together, had laid the foundation for his victories in the business world. He had just left his office in Trump Tower. Setting aside the wealth and prestige he gained in business, he wanted to take a walk and feel the energy of the city. At first, it seemed like just a solitary walk through Manhattan's streets, but Trump had a much bigger goal in mind: to make America great again. The business journey he started years ago would soon transform him into a significant player, not only in business, but also in politics. But this journey was not going to be easy. Many knew Trump as a wealthy businessman, but in reality, his life was not limited to just trade. He had a bigger goal in mind: the dream of becoming a leader who would leave a mark on America, and the world had been ingrained in Trump for years. In his New York business life, the challenges he faced and the big deals he made had shaped his character. Now, with this character and experience, he had decided to enter Washington. One day, while walking in Central Park, Trump ran into an old friend whom he hadn't seen in a long time. The elderly man approached Trump, greeted him, and shook his hand. "Sir," said the old man, "I believe one day you will become the President of America. A leader like you can rebuild our country." Trump noticed the sincerity in the man's eyes. "Thank you," said Trump, smiling. "Maybe one day I'll get a chance." Those days were a turning point in Trump's life. His victories in business had made him famous, but now he needed to embark on a different journey. The economic crisis in America, rising unemployment, and the struggles of the middle class deeply affected him. Trump decided to enter politics. To maintain the trust people had in him, he would approach the political arena with the same determination he had in business. At first, many did not take Trump's political journey seriously. His past in business, his wealth, and his somewhat egotistical stance raised doubts about whether he would be accepted in the political world. However, Trump never gave up. Since the day he began his journey, he was more determined than the day before. The obstacles only made him stronger, and each barrier pushed him to become more ambitious. When Trump stepped into Washington, he remembered the challenges he faced in his New York offices. Back then, when he chased big deals, no one doubted him. Now, with the same determination, he was advancing on the road to the White House. When the first campaign started, Trump drew all eyes to him. The media followed his every move, scrutinizing his words with great attention. Every statement he made sparked a debate, and people either fully agreed with his ideas or completely opposed them. However, Trump knew himself well. He had always liked to be a little controversial. After all, his success often came from taking unconventional steps. The media's attention only indicated that public interest in his political campaign was growing, which encouraged Trump. As the election process continued, Trump began to show himself not only as a businessman, but also as a leader of the people. At each rally, he promised to bring back America's former strength and outlined concrete plans to fight unemployment and poverty. However, the most striking thing was Trump's sincere leadership vision to solve America's problems. He was not only a politician, but also a leader who could empathize with his people. Millions of Americans believed in Trump's promises and supported him. One morning, as the election neared its end, Trump stepped into the White House. At that moment, after years of struggles in business and beyond, he had reached his ultimate goal. When he stepped into the White House, he didn't feel like just a businessman, but a leader for his country. Now, it was time to make America great again. At first, there was a great change in Washington. Trump was different from the old politicians. For him, there was something beyond political language, making decisions that would change the real lives of people. From tax reform to labor policies, Trump took bold steps in every area. Under his leadership, America found a new place on the world stage. On his first day in the White House, Trump was not only a businessman, but also a statesman. The challenges of city life had made him stronger. Now Trump was not just a business leader, but the leader of America. One evening, as Trump sat alone in the White House office, he fell into deep thought. The journey that began in New York had brought him to the White House. He remembered those old days, those solitary walks in Manhattan, and the moment he thought one day an opportunity would arise. Now, that opportunity had become a reality. Trump, looking out of the window, believed he had everything he needed to rebuild America. This journey had not only given him leadership spirit in business, but also in serving his country. And every day Trump faced new challenges, shaping America's future. And when Trump returned to New York from the White House, he knew one thing for sure. This journey was not just the story of a businessman, but the story of a leader. If you like this story, please don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more inspiring stories. Remember, sometimes a small act of kindness can completely change a life.